gets the juices flowing. Michigan, Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a squad, guys, we are ready to tee it up. Total weather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Frazier. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Hand off from the shotgun. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air. It's Childs. Got a man, it's Marsh. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Spartans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
And the Spartans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. That'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 48.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Wide open downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient, make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins guys, you start to really like the offense.
They'll run it from the gun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Spartans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Childs. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
And the Spartans have it with a 1st and goal. Quarterback will keep it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sparty!
They this defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low, chop block on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Reynolds. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic with his feet. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground. But this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. Past the first down marker and still running. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I gotta say, watching this guy run has given me PTSD from when I played against Michigan State back in college, and they had a big old running back named T.J. Duckett that was wearing our defense down. He got stronger and stronger as the game went on. This guy has a little bit of that in him, too.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Childs. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He'll pull it down and run. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give is to Taylor. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got a man in the middle. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
Throws a nice completion there for a 1st down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing his...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Grabbed in the middle, it's Fleming. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity because 1st and 2nd down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable 4th down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's shown it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the run, it's Martin. He's in open space downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the 1st down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run up to the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. There he goes. Oh, what a cut. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Number 7.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. South Carolina steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Columbia a ton of confidence. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. He's now up to 52 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. The Spartans in a good spot here with second and short. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield, it's Childs. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He might want another play. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Got it in the middle, it's Collier. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Spartans. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Martin. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. There he goes. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Penn State.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Childs. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man on the right. Lots of room to run. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a play that can build momentum, a 78-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on third down. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And that's good enough for a first down.
They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Martin. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the first half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Jones. Oh, he's got some space. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. The 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Michigan State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Up the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
You know, they say sometimes you got to be at the right place at the right time, and that linebacker was. When that ball came free, he saw it immediately, was able to scoop it, show you the speed. He takes it back for a long touchdown.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conway. They're up by 7 over Marshall. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Tight end now in motion. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. This one's complete. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Punt is on its way. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Man, this guy's showing you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. The give on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Spartans want to move quickly. Looking to pass. It's Childs. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Marsh. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Spartans line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And right down the middle. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Turning it on! To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. He has 89 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off. That's number 10. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Trying to get the edge on the right. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. Back to pass. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. for the first play of the drive. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Childs. Moves around to clear up the vision. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. They'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Fires on the move. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
On third down, he drops to throw. With the catch, it's Taylor. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Michigan State, 35.
And the Spartans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. State sends the offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here, trying to get behind the defense. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. To start for this offense. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Childs. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
The Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The give to the tailback. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking downfield on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This defense is a very well-coached unit, and they're very, very active, and they're very aware of what's going on. Everybody on defense there knew where the quarterback wanted to go with it. Everyone trying to get their hands in the air to swat it down.
Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. They'll move the tight end. They go to the counter. Got the first down and more. Still running at the 40. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Penn State! And the comeback is on.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Kent State is currently ahead inside a jam-packed Dick Stadium, but the Golden Flashes have not been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by a field goal over the Red Hawks of Miami. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Rides the back on the option, the give. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. And the Spartans come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Got a man, it's Taylor. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him, a little slippery with all those juke moves.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Spartans look to keep this drive humming. Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Now they're going to throw it. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Spartans really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Dropping back, it's Childs. Gets it out fast. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And the Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Fights off the defender. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The Spartans back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. The screen, he can go. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
It's nice having zone eyes on the quarterback. I tell you what, you got to lead, be smart, don't give up big plays, drop back in your zones, but watch, when the ball's thrown, you can see the guys break on the football immediately and go make a play.
Catch in the middle, it's Reynolds. That's where they'll mark him, a very productive play and a first down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? Doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Now the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Martin. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Quarterback on the keeper. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. The give to the back. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field, but the run game has not been the problem today.
Back has it. He's going to keep it. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run. And they force that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, short completion, setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Looking to throw. Going for 6. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to throw, it's Childs. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Making side adjustments here. From the gun, running back on the move. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks, and it's still my friend. And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
And the Spartans kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Rides to back and leaves it. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
They're going to ride this running back. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, the ground game. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
The Spartans back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The give out of the gun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Sparty. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete on the right side. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
To the air, it's Childs. Quickly to the tight end. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State. And they take it in for 6 more points. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Going back to work on offense now. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline, so let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Little touch pass to the receiver. There he goes. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a 1st down.
And that's good enough.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Going for it all. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot later.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Man, I think back in the day, this is a no-brainer. You're punting the football and believing your defense, but analytics all the time now telling you to be aggressive. I'm interested to watch this play. Obviously, if you're aggressive, you might could run this clock out and end the football game and not have to put your defense back on the field.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
Here's the handoff. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
And winning first down is the priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Lets it fly. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They'll throw on third and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Denmark. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
And you don't see that often where you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on third and long. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's first and goal at the 9. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a...
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
But, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play. And, David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving. You give them a first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing, dude.
Hits the afterburners. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards breath, the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That will put the wrap on things from here.